Are you looking for the most up-to-date information on the Laverne market? Well, be sure to watch this video because homeowners and potential buyers are going to want to know this information. So let's jump into it. This is the monthly market update for the month of April for the city of Laverne. It's very interesting because if you look at the market as a whole, things have been, the word that I was thinking about, it's been a roller coaster ride here in the last, I would say, 6 months. We're definitely observing a pickup, definitely a spring pickup here in the last several weeks, the month-ish. The numbers will actually reflect that. So as of right now, in Laverne, we have 19 homes for sale. Not a lot, because if we use that absorption rate, the absorption rate is the measure of how much inventory does our current market have. Right now, we only have just a tad bit over 1 month supply of inventory in all of Laverne. Translation, that means we have a strong seller's market. What is a strong seller's market? A seller's market is when the sellers have the upper hand over buyers. So that means that they're really holding the cards. No more puns, right? Basically, what that means is that they're the ones that are in the strong negotiation position. There's not much for sale currently available on the market. So if you're a buyer, so for instance, I did a search for a 4-bedroom home in Laverne under $1 million. And actually there are only 2 options for sale. One of them is actually a notice of default probate situation, which who knows how long that'll take. That one's right there on D near downtown, 7th and D. And then the other one is off of Canterwood. That one just hit the market the other day. There's really not much for sale. Translation, that means that prices, I'm expecting, or I'm projecting prices to strengthen, if not tick up here in the coming 30 to 60 days, because there's no other option. We're observing multiple offers on the homes that are priced properly, multiple offers all over the place. A lot of people were projecting that the market was going to soften up or collapse, and that's just not happening. We have 27 homes in escrow. Compared to last year, we have 27 homes in escrow during that same 30-day time period last year. Now, last year, the interest rates were about 5.3, so we were already going on the upward trend for rates. This year, we're at 6.5% for a 30-year fix, so 1.2% higher. Now, you've got to think to yourself, the homes that sold in the last 30 days, they were based off of the interest rates that were in the last month, right? Because if you bought a home 30 days ago, you locked in those rates from last month, and now today's rate isn't really reflective of what those buyers had previously. Well, our interest rates have been bouncing around in the last 30 to 60 days. They've been as low as 5.99% in the beginning of February, and they topped out at like 7 1/8 here in the last month and a half or so. So compared to last year they were in the high 4% range. Why did I go down that rabbit hole with interest rates? Because the pending activity is still just as strong as it was while the rates were in the high 4s as we have today in the mid 6s. The market, the buyers have really shrugged off the interest rate issue because if the proof is in the pudding. We have plenty of buyers pursuing property right now. The interesting metric is that we've only had 11 homes sell in Laverne in the last 30 days. Compared to last year, we had 32 homes sell. So that activity is way down, but it is what it is. The inventory has been super tight, and we're entering a low inventory. We had very low inventory here in the last couple of months. So the median sales price is down 1.6% year over year if we only look at the 30-day time frame. However, I started looking at the year-to-date numbers because I feel like that's a better metric or a better perspective of what's really been happening. So from January 2023 till current, in the same time frame last year, prices are down 13% in Laverne, but it's not just Laverne, it's Southern California. I mean, nationwide, prices are down. But like I said, I'm projecting prices to stay still, if not tick up a little bit going forward. The average days on market, you're looking at 33 days. compared to last year you were at 18 days. So it's taking a little bit longer to sell a home, but at the end of the day, the homes, out of the 11 homes that sold, the list price to sales price ratio, homeowners are getting what the home is listed for. Right now we're looking at the list price to sales price ratio was positive 0.13%. So basically it's not selling for crazy over asking like it was last year. Last year homeowners were getting 11% above their asking price. But when you're still able to get your asking price, I mean, that tells you that the things are very strong out there. So I know that was a lot of information. I know that was a lot of data. Again, my thought going forward is that we don't have enough inventory to support the demand, and that's why we're still seeing things stay strong here locally. If you have any questions about your situation, you want to talk about what that looks like for your buying in Laverne or possibly selling in Laverne, reach out. I'd be happy to talk about your situation. So thanks so much for watching. Take care.